Hello everyone and welcome back to another session of Dark Souls 3 focused PvP. Today we are picking up on the Muscle Mage, doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Parries, dealing damage. Getting nice combos. You gotta love it. Oh, I should have infused my shield with simple. That's one thing I have yet to do on this build. Do I have a simple gem? I do have a simple gem. I should get on that. I really should hop on board the simple gem train and be about that life. That's okay. So yes, today we're using the Immolation Tinder, and later on we'll be using the Greatsword of Judgment. It'll be a good time. We'll see how well it goes. Realistically, I should be using that other dagger thing that boosts my magic damage, but I don't have one. I should, but I don't. Because in order to really have any decent magic damage in this game, you really kind of have to stack all of the buffs ever. So, yeah. Also, that's not even fully upgraded my sorcerer staff. So, again, yeah. I've got really no excuses other than the fact that I haven't really messed with this build in a long time. This summoning has probably failed. We'll walk back up. Still, Immolation Tinder, fun stuff. Greatsword of Judgment, okay stuff. I hate that I have to wear the bunny ears in order to actually deal decent damage. I wish that I could wear my build mask and look like Bloodborne out of 10. I want this fashion on my main build, on my quality. I honestly do. Oh no, it did go through. Storm Curved Sword, huh? Come on down, friend. I spy the Storm Curved Sword, and I believe I spy a parrying dagger on your belt. Hello, lag. That quick little farm flash sword for the kill. Works all the time. Gotta love it. And yet my damage is still bad with it. Never mind the bunny ears, never mind the bellowing dragon crest ring. It still only hit 100 damage. Never mind the spell buff. I mean, I get it. It's just an Immolation Tinder, it's not an actual staff. But still, it should deal more than 100 damage. That's just how I feel. I do love the look of this armor, though. Hi, friend. Bloodlust, I see. Alright. Cool. Hi. did my attack go? What the? Yeah, too much lag on that. Way too much lag on that. Like, I thought my parry just didn't happen, and then it happened like a second and a half later after I'd already rolled away. Like, there's no getting back in on it. And then it appeared as though my far and flash sword, it went straight through him, but didn't do damage. And again, 111 damage. Disappointing. Much disappointment. That said, I do wish that this weapon actually casted pyromancy instead of casting sorcery, because that just, it's more fitting. And do we have a weapon that casts pyromancy? Have we ever had a weapon that casts pyromancy? Yeah, about that. Just saying. But I feel like it deserves it. I feel like it deserves its own little weapon. Hi. Hello. Yes, yes, bowing and all that. Let's go. Are we really going up the stairs? Dude. Your plan is bad and you should feel bad. Really? I jumped into him? Did he just cancel? Huh. He just spell canceled. Well, isn't that spiffy? Dude. Are you serious? He's serious. He's seriously doing this. It's just sad. Wow. That's all I have to say about that. Just wow. Rude. Rude. Am I really gonna have to go and chase that guy down myself? Here I am, just trying to have some fights. Like, so bad. So bad. Thank you, sir. I don't know where he is. That's where I last saw him. Yay! You're the best. Oh, that was an event. It's about time that ended. Jeez. Some people. His strategy was bad and he should feel bad. Not sure what as hell was not gonna chase him down up there. I'm not about that life. I fought him. I summoned him. If he was an invader, that's one thing. But he was a summon. Come on. Why you do this? That said, it's finally time to use the Greatsword of Judgment. We wasted enough time on that whole event. Had a few good fights with this thing, though. A little laggy, but it worked well enough. I wish the buff on the sword lasted longer. You know, there really aren't that many self-buffing weapons in this game. Like, there's a few, if you count the sharpen skill, I suppose. So, I mean, I guess if you do count sharpen, there are a good number of them, I suppose. There aren't many traditional-looking self-buffing weapons, though. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, there aren't many weapons that have a traditional style self-buff. Like, where it actually looks like a regular weapon buff. I'm not really describing it well. I'm really not. The Greatsword of Judgment is one of them, though. I do like it. Assume stance to unleash dark magic. That was supposed to be an R1, not a kick. Thank you, game. Stamina, no. Stamina, please. That was a good fight. Ran out of stamina right at the very end. If I had my upgraded Chloranthy ring, maybe, just maybe, I would have been a little bit better off. But I don't. I don't have any upgraded stuff from New Game Plus and beyond on this build just yet. I need to get in contact with someone again. Gotta talk to my guy, get my stuff. In time, it'll happen. In time. Probably not until after I get back from my vacation, but, you know, that's fine. God, I hate having to wear this stupid crown. It just looks bad. It helps a little, but it just looks bad. Fume, huh? And a dragon head. No, not gonna attack me on that. Meant to roll more to the side, not behind him. So defensive. Oops. Failed roll. Ugh, I keep doing the kick. I don't want the stupid kick. Ooh, it's a close one. Did you really feel the need to rebuff? No, you want to throwing knives. That's not low enough for you to cheese me with throwing knives, even though I do have one in a very painful spot. Yeah. Ow. Just ow. Alright. So, we're at that time where it's time to look for weapons. However, I don't have a lot of choices on this build that I can use, so hard to say. Possibly the Sellsword Twin Blades next time. Hi. Come on down. Yes, yes, buffs and all that. double roll. Oh my god, the reach on that stupid attack. I hate the reach on that attack, I really do. A little bit of lag gives it a ton of phantom reach. Alright. So, weapon-wise, possibly the Sellsword Twin Blades. But what to pair them with? Huh. That's the question. Dragon Tooth. Sellsword, Twin Blades, and Dragon Tooth. That's the plan. No? Wow. That stun though. I mean, I realize it broke my guard, but a 3-hit stun. Wow. I really need to stop trying to block and roll at the same time. I need to prioritize roll and then block as opposed to the other way around. That's an old habit that I need to kick. Like, I've always done that. Like, oh, they're going to attack, block, and then try and roll away. But now it's roll and then block. Not block and then roll. Gets me all the time. It really does. Like, more often than anything, when I get guard broken, that's the cause. It's because I tried to block before I roll. Just because it's an old habit. I need to kick it. I need to kick that old habit. Isn't that right, Billy? A Lothric Holy Sword, huh? I'd like some space, please. Might want to rethink that in the future. Nice. I do like this weapon a lot, though. The Immolation Tinder is such a fun weapon. I just wish that it casted pyromancies instead. Like, that would be such a cool thing. And it would make sense. Like, not only would it look great, but it would actually make sense. Because the enemies that drop it, what do they cast? They kind of cast pyromancy. Okay, well, that answers one question I've always had. You went for a throwing knife, but that makes you stand still and you can get backstabbed. That was a stupidly ballsy maneuver, but I heard it could be done. And it can be done. and that makes me feel great. If you literally just run in at them at an angle, you can backstab them, and their throwing knife won't track all the way to the side. That's such a good strat. You can punish that so well, provided you have the right distancing. And as terrifying as that is, staying close to someone who's trying to cheese you with throwing knives, it's worth it. Like, that alone makes it worth it. The fact that you can somewhat reliably get a backstab on them. One buff. Ah, magic barrier. You just had to use that of all things. Oh, so close. So close to baiting in for that L2. I was slightly off to go right. Just ever so slightly. That would have been an amazing kill. It was still a decent kill. It was a good fight. But that would have been so cool. Alright, Magical Mandy. Let's see what they've got for us, and then we will, well, depending on how long that fight lasts, do one more or end it there. We'll find out. I like this combination of weapons, though. I definitely have to say that. I am enjoying this a lot. Like, it's a great combo. I wish that either my magic did more damage or this casted pyromancy. I've said that a million times, I know. But for what it is, it works well. I don't think I've ever hit with Soul Greatsword, though, in all honesty. That might change once I get my upgraded rings, though. So, hard to say. That was an impressive parry. Also a nice Hornet Ring. And I couldn't roll. Also cool. Thanks, game. 10 out of 10. Much appreciated. I guess that's how I end my win streak. With getting parried with a very good parry. And then not being able to roll. That's cool. It happens. It's just the way it goes. Bit of a shame that that was the end of it, but oh well. And that could have been a fun fight. I know the Moonlight Greatsword got buffed, but it's still a very uncommon weapon. Like, it had a little spurt after the buff, and then everyone just dropped it off. Which is sad, because it's still a really good weapon. Like, B scaling now? That's good. That's a lot more magic damage than it had prior, too. Like, that's a big improvement. Like, before, the split was pretty much even, but now it's definitely more magic focused. That's a good thing. That's a really, really good thing. That's what it should have been. If it was to be split, that's how they should have done it. Hello, Raven. Ooh, good delay on that. That was supposed to be it. That was supposed to be a fire and flash sword. Thank you, game, for pushing me into a jump attack. Kicks when I don't want them, and jump attacks when I don't want them, apparently. 10 out of 10. Alright, let's give it one more fight, end this little losing streak, and we'll call it there. Because those last two fights were just disappointing. First one was, in a way, my own fault, aside from the fact I couldn't roll upon standing. Second one, I tried to do something and the game said, no, you totally want to do this instead. And I'm like, no, game, this is not what I want. But the game doesn't care. The game has its own rules. It said, no, you must do the jump attack. Why would you ever want to do an R1, R1, R2? That's just silly. R2 attacks don't exist unless they're jump attacks. Sephora. That's a makeup. What the? That time I wanted to jump attack. No. Oh, good hit. I wish I could hit with that. Oh, that would have been it. That's death. That should have been death. That's death. The losing streak continues, but it was a decent fight. We're gonna end on that note, guys, just because I've got some stuff to do. I've got to get going. So, it is what it is. We have to end on a loss. At least it was a good fight to lose on, to lose with. Props to him for using a great axe. Gotta give him credit where credit's due. Used my favorite great axe class weapon. So hey, gotta give him credit. It's a good weapon anyway. It's really, really good. Like, a lot of people don't use it. Shame he didn't use the skill and go for some different R2s. And shame I don't think he went for a single R2 to begin with. But that's fine. He used it in a semi-unique way, paired up with the Evelyn. It's good enough for me. Either way, though, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.